Good morning to all. Welcome back to your English class. Don't you remember the story of Mikali? Where did we stop in the previous class? Mikali, along with the Chinaman, stood on the threshold of Chinaman house. It was a wooden cabin. And what did Chinaman do when he reached the? He clapped his hands twice. And at that time, there came his wife, and she smiled at him after opening the door, smiled, and when they entered into the house, Mikali was not ready to enter into the house. He stand on the threshold, but Chinaman insisted him to enter into the house. He found the house is very neat and tidy. In a corner, he noticed a wicker cradle also. ചൂരൽ കൊണ്ടുള്ള ഒരു തൊട്ടിൽ. Here is a wicker cradle. Wicker cradle means chooral തൊട്ടിൽ. Here is a question for you. How did Chinaman's wife behave? Did you notice the Chinaman's behaving when he saw his wife? Huh? How did the wife behave? She smiled and showed an action of courtesy. Courtesy means ആചാര മര്യാദ. ഇവരെ കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ഒരു പ്രത്യേക തരത്തില് ഒരു ആചാര മര്യാദ കാണിച്ചു. Okay, finally, this Mikali got into the house. What did Mikali notice about the Chinaman's wife? Do you like Chinaman's wife? Why? The Chinaman's wife raised her face towards the cradle and showed her baby. Mikali found a chubby, slightly fat and attractive baby girl. Then this Chinaman asked his wife to sit and he kept the infant, Mikali's brother, on her lap. അവിടെ ഇരിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഭാര്യയോട് അവിടെ ഇരിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. അവളുടെ മടിയില് ആരെ വെച്ചു കൊടുത്തു? മിക്കാലിയുടെ ബ്രദറിനെ അവളുടെ മടിയിലേക്ക് കെട്ടി കൊടുക്കുക. She was very eager to unwrap the covering of the baby. ആകെ കവർ ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ബേബിനെ കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതിങ്ങനെ തുറക്കാൻ വെമ്പൽ കൊണ്ട് നിൽക്കുകയാണ് അവൾ. She leaned over. Leaned means കുനിഞ്ഞു നോക്കുകയാണ്. With astonishment, അത്ഭുതത്തോടു കൂടി നോക്കുകയാണ്. When she drew back the covering in which the child was wrapped, എന്താ അതിന്റെ ഉള്ളില് കുട്ടി എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് എന്ന് കാണാനുള്ള ആകാംക്ഷയോടുകൂടി നോക്കുകയാണ്. She gave the child, when she saw the child, what happened? She gave a cry of immense pity. Immense pity. എന്താണ്? പാവം തോന്നിന്ന്, വളരെയധികം പാവം തോന്നി. What did she do then? Then she pressed the babe to her breast, giving it her breast. അവളുടെ മാറോട് ചേർത്ത് പിടിച്ച് പാല് കൊടുക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി. Then here the lesson ends. We have much moved by the maternal love shown by the Chinaman's wife. Maternal love. What is that? Madrutvam. Madrusneham. We have much moved by that. In the next lesson, Tolstoy farm, we can realize the universality of love practiced by Gandhiji. That embodies all human values. That embodies all human values. This Tolstoy poem is an extract from Gandhiji's autobiography. What is the name of Gandhiji's autobiography? Don't you know? Can you say? Yes, the story of my experiments with the truth. The story of my experiments with the truth. Here, he describes his life with the inmates of the Tolstoy farm. The story is about the life, his life. This Mahatma Gandhi's life with the inmates of the Tolstoy farm. Tolstoy farm was a community of Indians started by Gandhiji in Transvaal, South Africa in 1910. It became the headquarters of the campaign of Satyagraha, non-violence. The farm, 21 miles away from Johannesburg, had been bought by Hedman Kallenbach, one of Gandhiji's supporters. Both Kallenbach and Gandhiji were highly impressed by Tolstoy's writings. That is why they decided to name the farm as Tolstoy Farm. The inmates of the farm were schooled by Gandhiji himself. Here comes the words of Gandhiji. The world is not enough for everyone's need. Not enough for everyone's. The world is enough for everyone's need, not enough for everyone's greed. എല്ലാ ആവശ്യങ്ങൾക്കും മതിയാവോളം നമ്മളുടെ ലോകത്തിലുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ അത്യാഗ്രഹത്തിന് വേണ്ടതില്ല. Can you guess whose words are these? Yes, it is the words of Mahatma Gandhi, our father of nation. Then our Bapuji need to introduce. There is no need to introduce him. What do you know about his personality? What do you know about his personality? Yes, he inculcated non-violence, Satyagraha. He taught us non-violence, Satyagraha, truth. He led us to gain freedom. What a great personality. We have to follow his footsteps. He taught us the violence of simplicity, humbleness, kindness, and gratitude. You know that Bapuji wrote a great piece of autobiography, My Experiments with the Truth. And this lesson is an extract from this autobiography. It influenced, motivated many great people all over the world. Now, let us read the lesson. Then you have to study that there is no need for that. Profile of Mahatma Gandhi. All of we know about that. Then let us start the lesson. As the farm grew, it was found necessary to make some provision for the education of its boys and girls. There were among these Hindu, Muslim, Parsi, and Christian boys and some Hindu girls. It was not possible, and I did not think it necessary to engage special teachers for that. It was not possible for qualified Indian teachers were scarce, and even when available, none would be ready to go to a place 21 miles distant from Johannesburg on a small salary. Also, we were certainly not overflowing with money, and I did not think it necessary to import teachers from outside the farm. I did not believe in the existing system of education, and I had a mind to find out by experience and experiment the true system. Only this much I knew, that under ideal conditions, true education could be imparted only by the parents, and that then there should be the minimum of outside help. That Tolstoy farm was a family in which I occupied the place of the father, and that I should so far as possible shoulder the responsibilities of the training of the young. Here comes the first question. Why did Gandhiji think of experimenting with the new system of education? Why did Gandhiji think of experimenting with a new system of education? The next one. According to Gandhiji, who could impart the true education? Then, third one. What did Gandhiji give first priority to try to answer this question? You should try to answer this question. Then, who is Tolstoy? Can you say, who is Tolstoy? He is a famous Russian author who revolutionized and reformed the Russians by his great works. He tried to revolutionize and reformed the Russians by his great works. Count Leo Nikolsevich Tolstoy was one of the Russians' greatest writers. He was born on August 28, 1828 at Yasnaya Polyana. That is the name of that place. Yasnaya Polyana. He belongs to an aristocratic family, a rich family. And he admitted the peasants' way of life. He admired them. He admired the peasants' way of life. Peasants means Krishikar. Peasants' way of life, and thought that they were more honest than the landowners. His greatest works of literature are, which are Tolstoy's greatest works? Don't you hear about that? War and Peace in 1869 and Anna Karenina. Both the novels describe Russian society and deal with the major themes of love, death, and marriage. And he passed away on 20th November 1910 in Russia. Based on the profile, prepare a biodata of Tolstoy. Biodata. Just like the hints given to profile. That is biodata. When we go for an interview, we have our biodata in our hand. Born, date of birth, parents, popularity, major works, achievements, awards and honors, and died. That hints you have to make. And the kingdom of God is within you. That is a Tolstoy's word. The kingdom of God is within you. The word that actually motivated Gandhiji to establish this Tolstoy farm. Tolstoy farm is the first ashram initiated by and organized by Mahatma Gandhi during the South African movement. This land was donated by his friend. What is the name of his friend? What is the name of his friend? Herman Kemmensbach. It was created in Transvaal, South Africa in 1910. It is served as headquarters. I have already described that. It is served as the headquarters of the campaign of Satyagraha. The name Tolstoy farm is given by Hemmenkellenbach, because both of them were highly impressed by Tolstoy's writings. So they decided to name after this farm name after Tolstoy. The inmates of the farm were schooled by Gandhiji himself. People from different nationality and religion lived together like a family. And this farm inculcated the ideals of nurture എന്ന് പറയും. Nurture എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? വളർത്തുക. Inculcate the ideals of social service and citizenship through all the activities of children from the earlier formative years. It is a settlement that Gandhiji established in his South African days. At that time, the life conditions in South Africa was very miserable. വളരെ ദയനീയമായിരുന്നു അന്നത്തെ ജീവിതം. It increased Gandhiji's fighting spirit. ആ വിഷമതകളെല്ലാം തന്നെ ഗാന്ധിജിയുടെ ആ ഫൈറ്റിംഗ് സ്പിരിറ്റ് കൂട്ടുവാനേ സഹായിച്ചു. He once said, I was born in India, but South Africa made me. ഞാൻ ഇന്ത്യയിലാണ്, എവിടെയാണ് ജനിച്ചത്? ഗുജറാത്തിലെ പോർബന്തറിലാണ് ജനിച്ചത്. ഞാൻ ഇന്ത്യയിലാണ് ജനിച്ചതെങ്കിലും ആഫ്രിക്കയാണ് എന്നെ ഞാനാക്കിയത്. I was born in India, but South Africa made me. The South African life and journey that shapen and sharpen his intense desire for freedom. അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് എന്താണ് സ്ലേവറിയുടെ രുചി മനസ്സിലായത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ഫ്രീഡത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള ഇന്റൻസ് ഡിസയർ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഉണ്ടായത്. He started the Satyagraha movement. He saw and understood the African people were suffering under the British rule. അവിടെയും ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് മേൽക്കോയ്മയായിരുന്നു ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഒരുപാട് കാഴ്ചകൾ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് കാണേണ്ടി വന്നു. The people of South Africa were suffering under the British rule. He was very much worried by unpleasant, sad, and bad experiences that he had to face in his life. There he happened to so many scenes, sad scenes, and he had to so many scenes there and had to face that. And with this, with his friend, he started to run. Which one? This ashram, the first ashram, Tolstoy farm. Then I will read once more. As the farm grew, it was found necessary to make some provision for education of its boys and girls. ആശ്രമത്തിൽ ഒരുപാട് കുട്ടികൾ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അവരുടെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന് വേണ്ടി എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളതായി ചിന്ത. There were among these Hindu, Musliman, Parsi, and Christian boys, and some Hindu girls. It was not possible And I did not think it necessary to engage special teachers for them. ഇവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി സ്പെഷ്യലായിട്ട് ടീച്ചറെ വെച്ച് എന്താണ് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് എളുപ്പമല്ല. It was not possible for qualified Indian teachers were scarce, and even when available, none would be ready to go to a place 21 miles distant from Johannesburg on a small salary. You look into your textbook. And it was not easy to engage special teachers for them. Why? The Indian teachers were scarce. വളരെ വിരളമായ ഇന്ത്യൻ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് അവിടെ ഉള്ളൂ. And even when available, ഇനി അഥവാ കിട്ടിയാൽ തന്നെ, none would be ready to go to a place 21 miles distant from Johannesburg. ജോഹന്നാസ്ബർഗിൽ നിന്നും 21 മൈൽ അകലെയുള്ള ഈ സ്ഥലത്തേക്ക് പോവാൻ അവര് തയ്യാറല്ലായിരുന്നു. കാരണം അത്രയും സാലറി, വളരെ കുറച്ച് സാലറിയെ ഇവർക്ക് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. കാരണം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു സംരംഭമായതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഫിനാൻഷ്യലി വെരി വീക്ക്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ആരും ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കാൻ പോവാൻ തയ്യാറായില്ല. Also, we were certainly not overflowing with money. We have not enough money. And I did not think it necessary to import teachers from outside the farm. ഫാമിന്റെ പുറത്ത് നിന്ന് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടെ ഉള്ളവരല്ലാതെ ഫാമിലുള്ളവർ തന്നെയാണ് അവിടെയുള്ള കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയത്. കാരണം പുറത്തു നിന്നൊരു ടീച്ചർ വന്ന് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് നടക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന കാര്യമല്ല. കാരണം മറ്റുള്ളവര് ഒരുപാട് സാലറിയാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. അവർക്ക് ഇത്രയും 21 മൈല് അകലെ നിന്നും വന്ന് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പൈസ അതിനനുസരിച്ച് കിട്ടിയാലേ അവർ സമ്മതിക്കുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അത് നടപ്പിലാക്കാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. And I did not think it necessary to import teachers. ഇറക്കുമതി ചെയ്യേണ്ടതാണ്. ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനെ ഇറക്കുമതി ചെയ്ത് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കേണ്ട കാര്യം ഇല്ല. Import teachers from outside the farm. I did not believe in the existing system of education. ഇപ്പോൾ നിലവിലുള്ള ഈ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ സിസ്റ്റം എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഗാന്ധിജി സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല ആ ഒരു രീതിയിലുള്ള എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ. And I had a mind to find out by experience and experiment the true system. He liked, which system he liked? We have to study through experiment and experience. അനുഭവങ്ങളിൽ കൂടിയും പരീക്ഷണങ്ങളിൽ കൂടിയും പഠിക്കുന്നതാണ് നല്ലത്. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പഠിപ്പിനെയാണ് മഹാത്മാഗാന്ധി പ്രോത്സാഹിപ്പിച്ചിരുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഒരു ടീച്ചറുടെ ആവശ്യം ഇല്ല. I did not believe in the existing system of education, and I had a mind to find out by experience and experiment the true system. Only this much I knew, that under ideal conditions, true education could be imparted only by the parents. അങ്ങനെയാവുമ്പോൾ വീട്ടിലുള്ള ആളുകളാണെങ്കിൽ പാരന്റ്സ് ആയിരിക്കണം അവരുടെ ഗുരു. Parents, and that then there should be the minimum of outside help. അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ പുറത്തുനിന്നുള്ള ഒരു സഹായം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ടീച്ചറിന്റെ സഹായം ആവശ്യമാണ്. Now we have to wind up here. Till the next class. Bye.